Bernard Madoff's longtime secretary thinks the disgraced financier won't cooperate with investigators because he's trying to protect others. Madoff pleaded guilty in March to charges that he had duped investors out of billions of dollars. Eleanor Squillari says, in her opinion, it was humanly impossible for her old boss to carry out the Ponzi scheme alone.
I wouldn't know who he's protecting. I just can't imagine why he's not cooperating, why he's saying he did it himself. I would have no way of knowing specifically why. It just doesn't make any sense.
Squillari told ABC she and her employer of more than 20 years had a nice relationship. She details her time as Madoff's secretary in the June edition of Vanity Fair magazine. In that article, she describes Madoff as a flirtatious man who frequented massage parlors. The 59-year-old Squillari spent 2 months helping the FBI gather information against the former NASDAQ chairman. In an interview with the AP, she says it was the only way she could work through her anger.
I just kept researching through all of my files and my calendars, going back, and I started to realize that I was feeling better.
Squillari also reflected on Madoff's disposition in the weeks before his arrest.
Bernie was developing, high blood pressure. He was taking medication. He was having a lot of back pain, and you could see how much pain he was in. He would have to lie on the floor to give himself relief. And his personality changed, a lot.
She says once the allegations against him became public, she and a co-worker took turns answering frantic calls from Madoff's clients.
The people were so devastated. They were so scared. They were crying. You didn't know what to tell them. There was no information to give. It was very frustrating, and it made you feel sick.
The former money manager's attorney says he has no comment on any of the secretary's allegations. Madoff is facing up to 150 years in prison. Mike Gracia, The Associated Press.